Welcome to Loudmouth News.
Coming at you from Seattle.
Let's talk about it.
So I'm looking on loudmouthnews.com here. Budtrader.com, they're giving away like swag bags filled with premium cannabis products to television award show nominees.
You're kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
No, also included in Bud Trader's swag bag were hemp-infused dog treats from Purity Petables.
This guy is high as a kite after getting his paws on some marijuana.
So we're talking about it's legal in the state of California. So, being legal in the state of California, they do a lot of creative things, and this is going to fall in line as very creative. Very creative.
Yeah, I mean, this is going on in LA right now.
Wow, a swag bag. I guess celebrities really feel like us now.
I can't feel my face. I mean, I can touch it, but I can't feel it.
Because they love cannabis too.
Brad McLaughlin, he's the CEO of BudTrader.com. He says, I guess celebrities really are just like us because they love cannabis too.
Is there an echo in here?
I just said that. I did.
It says so they did 300 smell-proof Bud Trader duffel bags. That was a big thing we talked about before about containers, bags, handbags, etc. that didn't.
So do you have any numbers on how many swag bags were issued and how much it cost?
Well, I don't know what it cost. I assume that the stuff that was in there was donated for promotional purposes, but there were 300 smell-proof Bud Trader duffel bags. And they had like products and gadgets.
What's in the bag?
A duffel bag. A duffel bag can hold a lot.
So what's in the bag?
I'm with you. I mean, I don't think of like a purse or a handbag anywhere near a duffel bag. Duffel bag's what you take down to the train when you're gone.
Yeah, you're not coming back, right? You got a duffel bag. That's exactly what duffel bag means, right?
You can put a body in a duffel bag.
Hey there, what's in the bag? Huh?
Well, you could, what does duffel bag mean? I'm not coming back. That's what it means exactly.
That's what it means.
Right, duffel bag.
Well, if you had this particular duffel bag, it comes with T-shirts and other merchandise. I mean, you could probably go away for a while.
These are the only kind of stories you're going to find on loudmouthnews.com. Really, swag bags filled with premium cannabis products for all those TV people.
Yeah, they got dope magazines in there too, so you can read about it. Yeah.
Hooray for Hollywood.
And there's, you can actually listen to loudmouthnews.com if you get inside the duffel bag.
Check it out.
Don't touch my bag, man.
That's LA for you.
There's a lot of stories here on Loudmouth News. This one caught my attention. It's high times for soaring marijuana stocks on Wall Street. Folks, if you're listening, just go to the website, check this story out.
Oh, exactly. I mean, investors are craving marijuana stocks. As Canada prepares to legalize pot next month, it's kind of billions of dollars have poured into the stocks just in the last couple months.
It's just one of those things where you talk to a stock broker and he says, hey, you got to get in on the ground floor of this kind of thing, right?
Something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months.
Yeah. That's a real possibility with the cannabis industry.
Well, there's like Tilray stock, after closing at 154 the previous day, it opened at 233 a share. And soared all the way up to 300, kind of like what's happened over at, CBMJ with their recent surge.
Well, they can be pretty confident that this cannabis craze is not a fad because this has been an issue for a long time. Since that movie, remember we did a segment a while back about that movie, Reefer Madness?
Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell.
Oh, absolutely.
So marijuana has been an issue since the 19-teens or something like that. So, and now it's a stock thing. It could be a real stock issue. We don't sit here and talk about you should buy this stock. We don't do that sort of thing. We're not that guy on one of those cable channels.
Buy the market right here, right now, because I know more than anybody.
Coca-Cola actually acknowledged that it could one day offer cannabis-infused drinks.
Yeah, we're not the only ones watching Jack in the Box and their huge campaign on people who partake in the marijuana.
No, I mean, think about it.
They got a Munchie Madness program going, and apparently it's pretty successful.
I mean, Coca-Cola's roots, they contained some cocaine, when it was
back
first
in the day,
invented.
Right. It was it wasn't more of an entertainment thing. It was more of a medicinal thing.
What would you call Coca-Cola infused with weed?
Coca-Cola infused with weed?
Yeah. What would you call that? What would you call that?
Coca-Cola infused with weed. I'll just change the inflection.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
So Jack in the Box has their Munchie Madness campaign. And now you're telling me you found this story on Loudmouth News.
Of course.
The Coca-Cola industry, $1 billion industry, is looking to do the same thing, catering to the people who partake in the marijuana.
Absolutely. I mean,
Cannabis.
So, there's a marijuana museum that opened in Las Vegas.
A marijuana museum opened in Las Vegas. Yeah, what do you have? Well, I mean, what's going on? What can you put in a marijuana museum?
You can put your weed in there.
Well, I don't know. I think they have a glass bong that's taller than a giraffe.
You could say, ladies and gentlemen, over here to our left is a bong from the 1760s. Because remember, we did a segment years ago on how many presidents smoked marijuana.
Exactly.
Jefferson, Washington.
He knew the differences between male and female plants, so he used marijuana to help with his toothache.
George Washington actually used that to get high? That would be nice. I would go to the museum and see that, right?
So its newest attraction is an Instagram backdrop. Basically, it's celebrating all things cannabis, and people are going there taking selfies.
Well, you would. I'd take.
You can't light up there, though. Nobody can light up in the museum.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my father.
I don't think there are there any places in America where you can go in other than your home and light up? I think they've banned that across the country, right? I don't think you could walk into a place. Do you remember when you used to go to the bank and there was an ashtray right there?
Yeah, absolutely.
You remember that?
I remember the airplane. There was the smoking section.
That's right, yeah,
the
smoking section.
Yeah,
right.
we're dating ourselves.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, well, no one else will date us.
Well, you know what? I got to be honest with you, listeners. All my toys were made out of wood.
I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown.
Anyway, they're intending for it basically to be a social media hub. You're gonna go there and you're gonna take selfies because hey, I'm in a.
And what's it going to say on the facade of the building? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, including this museum.
If you can remember. So 2 women are arrested for selling marijuana edibles at a bake sale at a Georgia church.
That is amazing. That's a really interesting story.
I did not make it up. It's right here at loudmouthnews.com.
Not only was it a bake sale, but it was a church bake sale.
I'm always high at church, so that's nice.
Yeah, well,
And it was in Georgia.
the 2 women gave glory to God in the highest a whole new meaning.
It sounds like, that vaudeville comedy thing, that just doesn't sound...
No, it wasn't.
Were they actually aware of what they were doing? Maybe the grandkids said, hey, Grandma, why don't you put this in your cupcakes?
It said, though, they weren't grandmas at all. These 2 women got caught selling edible marijuana products at a bake sale as part of an entrepreneur's fair at the church in Georgia. They're only like 28 and they're in their 20s.
I'm pretty sure marijuana is illegal in the state of Georgia.
Georgia.
Ebony Cooper, 28, and Leah Presley, 26, they got arrested for selling the products at the church. It was on the church property.
Okay, and let's investigate. So they're selling stuff that looks like candy and cupcakes, and where's the problem? What, somebody went by and said, I had this cupcake an hour ago, and I think I'm high. Ethel, call the police.
Well, what was the cookie I ate?
You ate a pot cookie?
I who?
Well, the police, they continued to monitor him after the sale, and evidently they went to their vehicle and found a large amount of edibles and over $1,000 in cash. So it must have been successful.
I'm looking at what you're looking at, and that looks like stuff you find at a regular store.
What store?
MedMen?
Oh, no, I see what you're saying.
Right.
I mean, no.
Look at that bag of cash right there. That's kind of nice.
Aside from the pink gun.
There it is. There it is. Case closed.
There's a few guns that I particularly like to carry to church because I think they're perfect for that situation.
It's actually a little worse than that. Cooper, she was actually advertising her desserts on social media during the event. So I thought at first that they were selling them, and unbeknownst to
right, just go there and get away with it, sell a bunch of marijuana at the church bake sale and go home.
No, she was advertising what they were selling.
They had an ad campaign on.
And you gotta wonder when you're at Aunt Edna's table and she's got those yummy brownies and they're like 50 cents a piece, and then you're at Cooper's place and they're $5.
What? Yeah, that's kind of like a giveaway right there, right?
It does say that all the other vendors, they were operating lawfully, so they were the only ones doing this.
Well, they were the only ones arrested, so that only makes sense. Southwest man charged after police sees cash duffel bag stuffed with marijuana.
More on the duffel bag.
You put your duffel bag on your shoulder. Don't you think this guy's walking around, people turning around, staring at him going, wow, that guy smells like marijuana.
I can smell you.
For over 11 hours, a large black duffel bag holding cash and 4.5 pounds of marijuana, it just sat in the parking lot of the Westgate apartment complex on Amato Drive.
So the guy was 38 years old, so I'm assuming he should have known better. I mean, really?
They just sat there and watched the duffel bag until this guy, Alan Brenna, God, they put his apartment number down here.
They really got into detail on this guy right here, man. The apartment number, you just mentioned that.
Yeah, and if you want his like apartment number and his address and his social security number and his bank balance, you can see it in this article here on.
Sir, you can't do that.
No, not all that stuff, but you can see a lot more right here in the article. But I don't feel comfortable saying that.
Don't. Well, then don't. Just check it out for yourself on Loudmouth News.
This has been a Loudmouth News Break. If you want to hear everything going on in the cannabis industry, then turn into loudmouthnews.com. Let's talk about it.